kids. I'm glad to see you back for the second part of the story. Remember last week we talked about how God gave us a gift? And do you remember what that gift was? It was baby Jesus. He sent a baby to us. Babies are very exciting, and when you have a new baby in your family, people come to visit the baby and bring gifts. Sometimes you even have a party to celebrate the new baby coming. And then after that, every year you celebrate birthdays of when you arrived in your family, and also adoption days are just like birthdays. Today, I'm going to tell you about the people who came to visit baby Jesus. I think he probably had lots and lots of visitors. And I think he probably didn't stay in the stable forever. I'm sure after the first night or two, Joseph and Mary could find a place to stay. They may have had relatives or cousins or something nearby. So he probably wasn't in the stable when he got visitors. He was probably staying at somebody's house. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem, there was a king, and his name was King Herod. He wasn't a really nice person, and he was always worried that somebody was going to come and take his crown away. And he just knew that everybody else wanted to be king instead of him. He was an anxious king. Far away from Bethlehem and King Herod, there were some men who studied the stars. And remember the star that the shepherds saw? Well, they saw the same star, and they studied in their books, and they said, oh, this new star means that there is a new king. We had better go and see him and take him presents. New kings are always very important, almost as important as babies. So they started looking. They said, where will we find this king? We saw his star, so I guess we'll follow it. So they started out and they walked and walked many, many, many days. And when they got to Jerusalem, which was the capital city of Israel, they did what most people would do. They went to see the king, because if there was a new king, he was probably born in a palace. That's what they thought. So they went to visit King Herod. And they said, where's the new king? We saw his star as it rose, and we've come to bring him presents. Now, King Herod was really upset. He didn't like the idea that there was going to be another king. He called a meeting of his priests and his lawyers and his wise men and said, where is this king supposed to be born? Well, they said, he's going to be born in Bethlehem, because the prophet in the Bible said, and you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, are not the least among the ruling cities of Judah, for the ruler will come from you. That really upset King Herod, and so he called for a meeting with the wise men, and he learned from them when the star first appeared. Then he told them, you go to Bethlehem and look for this baby, and when you find him, come back and tell me so I can go and take him a present too. So the wise men went on their way with their gifts, and they followed the star, and they followed the star, and they followed the star. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where Jesus was. When they saw the star stop, they were excited. They went in the house and they saw baby Jesus with Mary and Joseph. And they said, "See, we have brought him gifts." And they opened their treasure chest and they gave him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. So the wise men gave Jesus gifts, but Jesus is a gift to us. Jesus is the best gift. Maybe when you're shopping or when you're drawing, you could get a small present, or you could make a card for somebody and send it to them and tell them Merry Christmas and blessings. Lots of people would like that. If you were one of the wise men, what do you think you would bring Jesus? I'm not sure. Think about that. And we'll see you next week. Have a good Christmas. Bye.
Welcome back to our Christmas edition of Sunday School. So today in your package you're going to find two pieces. One kind of looks like a Pac-Man and then a circle. What this actually is Joy to the World, our nativity story. So it talks about Joseph and Mary took a trip to a town called Bethlehem, but when they arrived there wasn't any room to stay in the inn. We know this story. So what this is it's a storyteller. We put this one on top of the circle, and in your pack you will also find a little tiny metal bracket. That goes right in the middle through the two circles that you've lined up, and then in the back, spread the arms out. So now this is one piece. What this does, do that after you color all of it though. That will make it much easier. I'm not coloring mine today, but I just want to show you how to put it together. So as the mouth here, the opening, starts on the story. So there's the first where they travel, and there's the baby in the manger, and here are the shepherds and the angels. There's Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. So that will be all colored and very pretty, and you can tell the story to your friends and family. So what are some of your holiday traditions? Some of mine are, all my kids get matching jammies the night before Christmas. And we wake up and have a big Christmas breakfast and hang out and watch movies and usually have a pretty relaxing day at home. Some people go and visit family. That might be a little bit different this year. Something else that's different is we usually come to Christmas Eve service at church. We're not going to be able to do that this year, but I'm sure there will be something wonderful online from the church this year. So some of them are going to be a little bit different, but we can still do all the same things at home with our immediate families. So we have breakfast in our matching jammies, and we're just kind of lounging around. We do usually have a nice dinner too. We like to do some crafts and maybe make some cookies. So what are some of your holiday traditions? Maybe you can send us some pictures of those. That would be really fun, and we could share with each other. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful day. See you next week, guys.